Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Lynn Renee McDonald for Practical Spirituality Live here in Virginia Beach, doing my usual saging. Today, I had a whole bunch of topics that Spirit channeled through me to teach and talk to you guys about and to do as well. But today, they gave me a whole bunch, and then all of a sudden, we got on the topic of numbers. Spirit was telling me about numbers, that I need to talk to you about numbers, because as many of you know, and numbers or numerology is another language of God or another language of love energy. So numerology has many numbers, have many different meanings, but there are core primary numbers that Spirit always guides me and tells me about for numbers, especially for my journey and me. And they mean this to everybody in Earth World Reality, all numbers. There's a general rule in Earth World Reality from Law of Universe, rule meaning the way things are done from love, okay? Not a rule like a government Earth World rule or a society Earth World rule, so to speak, but a love energy rule here in this Earth World Reality. Okay, so today I'm being guided from Spirit to talk to you about numbers and the importance of numbers in our lives, and to do a numerology YouTube, basically. All right, so today's YouTube is going to be like that. I just gotta make sure I bake myself with my sage today. Because I'll tell you what, this fucking Mercury retrograde is wild. Just wild times, wild people, wild situations, and it's like boom, 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 boom. And so I just as of late seem like what else is new though, right? That can't clear enough. So, okay, so doing my sage here. Back to numbers. As many of you know, numbers are another language for God, as are geometric shapes. There's so many different forms of everything that is messages, systems, solutions, love energy that is God, that is intertwined in everything that is love energy and the whole formula of law of universe. This is why different spiritual healers in different spaces bring different gifts to the table at all different vibrations, and everything somehow miraculously goes together like the perfect puzzle, because love energy is the perfect design of everything and all that is. So everything interconnects, all right? So numerology is what we're going to talk about today, and how that interconnects, and the messages there for your life, and for everybody, okay? All of these messages from numerology, all right, are designed by everybody in Earth World Reality. There are particulars depending on you personally and your journey, as well as for me personally and my journey, and how you decipher what is truly for you and what is not is by how it feels, along with talking to Spirit and asking Spirit what's going on here, okay? Okay, that said, one of the first things I'm going to do is, as I always do, use lovely examples in my life, because Spirit guides me to do so, to show you, to tell you, because your lives tell you the God's honest truth about what is going on with you, the messages, what you need to do, what you need to work on, and that's for you, it's for me. And the more I can bring real Earth world reality examples into you, the more you're going to be able to understand, as well as I'm going to be able to understand too. Because if I'm out here from another planet and I don't understand Earth world reality here, then I certainly can't fucking teach you about what the hell is going on with Source in Earth world reality. If I don't understand being in Earth world reality, no matter how gifted I am, I have to be able to have certain gifts and tools across the board for everything that I need to come in here to do from love. All right, and this is all part of what Spirit teaches through me, and we teach together. Okay, so that said, I think I have a call. All right, so the phone's going to ring for a little bit. Classic Mercury retrograde, interruptions, craziness. Thanks God for us being free of phone calls for the rest of our appointment today, and let us get on with our number work. Okay. All right, and thanks for, excuse me, thanks for me being free of interruptions as well, while we do the rest of our numbers YouTube. Okay, so numerologies are a message language system set up by God, just like, excuse me, there are angel messages, there's geometric messages, geometric shapes and symbols. So there's all different languages in all different ways, pictures, writings, words, cultures, ethnicities, religions, Everything that is out there has messages for people, for us, for people, for the world to understand and get beyond this earth world reality, to help and assist you with the tools from here about what the truth is going on and how to live your greatest life always, okay? So that said, many of you know, using my life as an example with this numerology stuff, it was some really cool shit that Spirit guided to me while I was talking to my sister today on the phone texting. She's at DMV. Nobody wants to be at DMV, okay? You all know how DMV is, whatever state you're fucking in. Okay. But so she was texting me and talking to me, and we were talking about her address change. So then we started talking about the numbers in our addresses, right? So I'm going to write down some numbers, okay, that totally relate to what is going on in our lives, okay? One of the first numbers here, to give you an idea, is my sister used to live at 1546. I don't know if that's backwards or straight up, but she used to live at 1546, okay? 1546, if you add those numbers together, this is basic numerology. It's very simple. How do you do it? 1, 5, 4, and 6. You add those numbers together. See that? 1, 5, 4, and 6. 1, 5, 4, and 6. We add them together. We get the number 10, 14. We get the number, what is it? It wasn't 1, 5, 4, 6. Is it 1, 5, 4, 6? I think it might have been. Hold on. Let me see. 11, 6 and 5 is 11, and 4 and 1 is 5, and 6 and 5 and 1 is 6. Is it 1546? And then we get the number 1, which is 16, which is 7. Let me make sure I did that right. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 5 is 16, and 1 is 7. So as crazy as this sounds, and she keeps texting me what number they're going to be serving like we're getting food at the DMV, right? Okay. Anyways, so the 1546 was her old house number, okay? Comes into the number 16, which is the number 7, okay? Did you see that? The number 7. Number 7, number of light worker. Way back in the time when she left her ex and she moved out of the old house, the number 7 would come in really strong, okay? And Spirit just showed me this today. 1546 is a number for light workers, okay? You add up the numbers, totally all together, you get the number 7. 7 is a number for a light worker. And what's amazing is that was really when she started to really, really get into and work on her spiritual journey, was when she left that location. So everything goes together and tells you about the truth about what's going on in that time frame, in that when she was in that house, the light worker number 7 means she's going to be leaving. Another example is the house that I just left. We just moved out of, number 3200. If you can see that. 3200. Excuse me. I'm a little congested, got crazy allergy stuff going on. So thanks, Spirit, for clearing, healing, and changing all that in me in the best way for me and all, or something better. So 3200 is the number 5. I hope these aren't backwards, but 3200 is the number 5. The 5 is the number of movement. So that's my old street address, okay? The number to that is 3200. Number 5, active movement, changing, all right? That's the number 5. So when I moved into 3200, the truth was right there in the number that I wasn't going to live there forever. I was going to be moving, all right? That's the number 5, moving on, moving forward, moving, okay? What's interesting is I moved into 1749, all right? 1749 is 10 and 11. If you add those numbers together, 1, 7, 4, 9, 10, and 11 is 21. Can you see that right there? 21. 21 is the number 3. 3 is the number of active God, right? So it gets even more crazy, right? So your house number and every number in your life tells you what's going on with you at whatever time, whatever space, where you are, where you're in, where you're going. So they reaffirm the messages from Spirit of what's going on with you. So it behooves all of us to take a look at the numbers in our lives every so often, every day, whenever you get a chance, whenever you feel urged to think about it. And you can also ask Spirit to do that. Thank you, God, for that for us, in the best way for us and all, or something better. So the number 3, all right, for my 1749 number is the number of active God. What does that mean, right? 2019 equals a number 3 too. It is an active God year, right? Active God, 2019, add them all together. Active God year. Active God year, huge changes. 1749, the number of my space. Right? So if I'm at 1749 and I add that up, it's the number 3, active God. So these are the changes I have asked God for in an active God year in the very beginning of the year, which is a number 1 for January, number 1 month, number 1 starts the beginning of the year. Number 12 is a number 3, that would be December. That's the end of a year. See? Number 3, the end of the year is December. It's a number 3, active God, moving on to the next year, new beginnings, new things coming. Okay, so 2019 is an active God year. January is a new beginnings month in an active God year. So things are going to really be coming in. The numerology tells us that, and everything realigns like puzzle pieces, and it interconnects with everything else. It's fucking fascinating, right? Okay, so active God year. So that's my new house. I'm moving into what I asked God for, my dreams to happen. Number 3 is the house, means I'm going to be doing the active God, living my dreams. Number 3 year, moving forward, lots of new stuff coming in. Okay, all right. That is all in alignment with what I've asked God for and my dreams to happen. That's active God year. All right. So again, these are some amazing numbers to tell you about you, so you can take a look at you. Here's another thing. What I realized is that I lived in my old house, number 3200, for 13 years. Right? 13 years. That's a long ass time. I was like, oh my God, right? But if you add up the number 1 plus 3, you get a number 4. Number 13 is the number 4. The 4 is a square. Square is the number of completion. So I lived at 3200 and my time there is complete in this 13th year of 2019, which is a 3 year, which is an active God year, in the very first month of January, which is new beginnings. So everything tells you over and over and over again that that's what's happening in my life. It's the coolest shit. Now there's number books out there. There's a really great number book by Doreen Virtue. Okay. It's Angel Numbers 101 will help you and assist you. You can look up numbers as well on the internet. Okay, like they have sites and spaces, you spiritual messages, what do numbers mean, right? But always what I do, because this is my calling in life, I've always talked to God since I was like this big, which is funny because as far as I can remember, since I was like 3 or 4, consciously talking to God or love energy. And it's funny because number 3 is the active God, right? And number 4 in those ages, right, will be the number of completion. So my soul was already enlightened before I came in here. Even at the age of 4 and 3 is the number of active God stepping into this role as a spiritual teacher on my spirit and as well as my spiritual journey in this earth world reality at the ages of 3 and 4, where we really kind of can become super cognizant of and remembering things of what was happening and when. Okay, so 3 and 4 would be stepping into my journey. Okay, because ever since I was the age of 3 and 4, as long as I can remember, I remember voices talking to me in my head. And what that was love energy. That was God, my angels, my guides, my soul, always constantly having dialogue with me like I talk to you, because that's what my soul came in here to do. But these numbers about my age and what was going on tell you the truth about me, who I am, what's happening in that moment, in that time. Fascinating stuff. So this number 13, right? This number 13 years I was at this house. It's the number 4, which is the number of a square, which is completion, and the number of triangle is the number of active God. Completion, enlightenment, active God, ancient geometric shapes. Okay, so these are fascinating things for you to take a look at and learn about. And there's books on lots of stuff like this, tons of books. You feel and you ask source for what is best for you always. You want a great book on these things? Ask God for them. Ask Spirit for everything you need. You can learn a lot of stuff here through me on my YouTube, or you can work with me on one-on-one. This is all part of all the gifts and tools Spirit teaches through me. Everything God or love energy is what I teach. All right, in all different forms, ways, shapes. everything that it is. So Spirit answers all the questions that need to be answers from love, always in the highest form, Christ consciousness, through me. And that's what my soul came in here to do. So I'm like, okay, all right, we came in here to do this, God, let's do it, right? Okay, so back to our numbers. 4 is a square, 3 is a triangle. Think about the 3, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, right? Through the 3 points, it points up. In its healthiest best space, points up to the sky, up to the heavens, all right? So these are no accidents, all right? Triangle is moving on, and square is a number of completion. So my soul, like many of you, so many of you out here who came in, that are part of this Christ consciousness, who have come in here to be the superheroes of the world and do this journey and change this earth world from love energy that is God in its highest form, all right? All you guys, the majority of you, have been enlightened for lifetimes, all right, depending on what level you are and where, if you want to open it up at whatever vibration, okay? And you come in here to do all part of the mission, and just like this crazy wild puzzle, we all come together to do this work. It's really fucking amazing. Okay, so that said, we were talking about the 13 years, the number 4 completion. So my time here at this home was going to be done at 13 years. Again, the number 4, the number of completion. 3200 was the street address, the street number that I lived at. 3200 is the number 5, number of moving on. So here I am at the completion. I'm moving on from this old house into this new house, more into my number 3 role as active God. In the 2019 number 3 year, right? In January, the number 1 year, which is new beginnings, as well as number 1 is one with God. Okay, but there's other meanings as well. Spirit guides me to tell me the God's honest truth about the meanings for me, my journey, and all, depending on who asks. So you feel in your heart, just like I do, what is best for me and what's the God's honest truth about what is going on here now and with everything in our lives. The answers will always come. But one quick way to get answers is to look at all the numbers and what's going on in your life. Like right now, it is March 6th, right? All right, so March is a what? It's a 3 year. It is an active God year. So guess what? Active God year. All right. Number 3 year. Active God month. Number 3 month. March. Lots of new changes coming in. Moving into the future. Lots of new opportunities. Doors opening up. That's the number 3 years. And what's amazing about March is it also goes along with how the puzzles connect. March is water energy sign. It's Pisces. All right. Lots of Pisces. Okay, Pisces is in there. A lot of Pisces energies, and into the fire energy of Aries, the passion to keep it going towards the end of the month. So with March, you're going to have a lot of huge emotional creation energy, governed by spirit source, love energy, because emotion, passion, love is the master creators in this reality. So March being a water energy year, a water energy month rather, and being a number 3, active God, water energy. So this is in a 2019 3 year. Oh my God, it's like insane how it's going to propel you forward. So there's going to be a lot of crises if you're not doing your spiritual work, or you're not working with God and you're not getting it, or and it doesn't mean that that's bad. It just means, hey, stop for a minute if you're having a rough time. Ask source, bring it to God, ask spirit for everything that you need. That's what I do, because I'm a spiritual being or teacher or work with God doesn't mean that there isn't challenges. There's challenges, everything for my own spiritual, in everything and all the time there's challenges, and it's for my own spiritual growth as well as yours, and for all that is, so we can grow and learn and change ourselves, as well as simultaneously change the world, and all from the highest form of love, this Christ consciousness, amazing energy that is, and it is the solution for everything. Okay, so this number 3, again, these are all numbers that are going to help you, to tell you, give you some insight about March. Don't forget to look at the date, the number, the year, and in the future we'll talk about what days mean, the days, the months, all of this stuff. Like if you look at, just to give you some more numerology ideas, all right, number 4, March for April, is the number of completion, the first quarter of the year, all right, the first 1/4, right? If you think about if the year goes in quarters, all right, the first quarter of the year, 1/4, the first 1/4 of the year, right, is 1. All right, working with God, your first quarter of the year, the number 4 of completion, okay? Well, first quarter of the year shows you where you're at. What's interesting is January, February, March, 1, 2, 3. 1 with God, 2, working with God in partnerships will come in February. That's why Valentine's Day is there. Number 3, all right, active God, all right, March, the emotions, the water energy. Number 4, April, end of March, you have that fire energy, that Aries energy, Aries, fire, passion to fuel and keep your dreams happening. So you can see how all of these things come together and mesh in bits and pieces of the grand puzzle, the messages and designs that is all love energy, that is God, that tells you the truth about everything in your life. Take a look at the dates, the months, the things that you take for granted and don't even notice every single day have tons of messages for you. Numerology, right? Numbers is just one piece of the pie that tell you where you're going, what you're doing, right? Just like my shopping center. The 2 numbers for my shopping center right now, the one that I'm in now with the star here is 124, right? 1, I think it's 124. Yeah. And the number of the building is 228, right? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which so funny is 228. Again, repeated messages. 228 is the number of my building. The number of my suite is 124. 228, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Number 3 again. Holy shit, right? Amazing stuff, right? And here's another number, 124, 4, 5, 6, what is this? 7? 124, 4, 5, 6, 7, light worker again. My job, what I do, and it's right there in my business, right? Oh, my ring's coming off. Active God year, right? Number 3. So that tells you again, we're going to be expanding. So we have the 228 again. 12, that's the number 3 again. And then our new space is 129, 9, 10, 11, 12. 129 for the second suite that we're adding to do services and expand our spiritual mission here, right? 129 is the number 12. What's the number 12? It's the number 3. It's the number 3, right? The number 3, active God again. All these things repeat themselves over and over and over. So we get a clue, right? Thank God for God, man. Thank God for God. So everything is in the grand design of everything that is, and bits and pieces and huge things that seem like are puzzles. And how do I figure out this? And how do I figure out that in your life? Look at what's going on with you. All the answers are right there and over from love energy that is God. You don't see him, you ask that you do. You ask spirit, source, love energy, God, for whatever you need. That's always the answer. So I hope you enjoyed today's segment. All right. This weekend, I'm going to be in Nashville, Tennessee. Should be a lot of fun. I'm at the Illuminate Festival. I'll be doing classes, super advanced spiritual energy work, soul transformation. And we're going to do more stuff like this on my YouTube as well, and healing and teaching. All right. Okay. So I just want to give you a heads up with everything, and much love to all you guys. And we'll see you hopefully this weekend in Nashville. And if not, we'll see you the following weekend. I think, let me see. Following weekend, I'll be at the Bridge and my place, the Institute for Christ Consciousness, the Bridge in Maryland. It's in Hampstead, Maryland. I'll be on the 16th. And thanks so much. Have a good night.